Yo, 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 what is up, people? How are you doing today? Or tonight? How are you doing this beautiful night? It's nighttime for me. It's pretty late. It's like 9 p.m. What is up, Damon? Demonetized official. What's up? What's up, Adam? Thanks for making it. I did work on Crimson a little bit more. Pretty much got most of it done. I just gotta work on the last like breakdown part and then the ending outro like chorus, which is gonna be super duper easy. And then just kind of tidy it up, and we'll be done with it with this one, which is good. My goal is to get at least one of these done a week. So I think yeah, I think I got it. I think I'll have this one done, but I'll show you guys what I have so far. This is pretty much going to be almost the entire song, so it sounds pretty good, man. Honestly, like I hate to say this, but I kind of like my version more than the original. I don't know why. I think it's just punchier. Definitely not claiming to be a better mix engineer than Brian Hood, but I definitely do enjoy my mix a little bit more because I can tell what the guitars are doing more. Anyways, here it is. We gotta start from the top. Love that part. I have no clue what the song's about. Thank you, Josh. Okay, that is where I left off. I have to do that breakdown in the very, very end. But that's what I got so far. If you were here for the stream yesterday, Dude, it's like night and day difference. Like the Midi when I first started, it's the Midi guitar, which I don't know if you guys are aware. This is my Midi guitar plugin. You're probably gonna hear me talk a lot about it. It's called Axure, and when I first started the Midi guitar, it sounded really bad. You know, obviously because of the you got to put in the key switches and all the velocities and everything. But after all that, dude, it sounds pretty freaking good to me. I don't know. You guys let me know what you thought, but I think it sounds pretty cool. Sounds good. The song is road trip staple, driving through Arizona mountains with red rock and killer sunsets with the windows down. The song blasting is perfection, dude. I bet, man. Dude, Colorado is beautiful, or not Colorado. You said Arizona, but that area is beautiful, dude. That part of the country. I remember touring in Colorado, and that was like it was like looking at a painting, man. Driving through there, it was awesome. I need to pick up some archetype amps during this neural birthday sale since it's also my birthday tomorrow. I have Misha's, but but I think I want to get the Plenty amp and maybe one more. Any recommendations? I have the Plenty. The Plenty's good. I actually want to get the Misha. If you can recommend the Misha to me, because I know they're half off right now, and I don't have the Misha, but I kind of want it. It's only like $69 or something like that. But if you like the Misha, man, let me know. The Plenty is really, really good. It's got some really. That's actually what I'm using. I'm using Plenty. I'm using also. Hold on, let me go through and see what I have. I got Plenty for the leads, but I have Amplitude 5, which is basically Tone X for this other tone. Internet connection lost. What are you talking about? No, it's not. This is the Tone X tone for all these augment tones that I'm going to be doing. It sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good to me so far. I'll let you hear it. This is just the left guitar. And there's also Helix. They all sound pretty similar because I dialed them in to be close to the augment tone. Yeah, this one is Plenty. And then we got Amp Hub. If it'll play. Yep, and we've got Quad Cortex, Axe FX 3, and Helix. And this one's the Helix. But I'm using the Tone X one right now, which is right here. And it's all running. We're running the Axure DI through that. It sounds pretty good, pretty good. Did you go into the studio with the songs fully done on Augment, or were you still writing and rearranging them in the studio? We were kind of writing and rearranging while we were in the studio. At least I was for my songs. The only song that I had completely done that I really didn't have to do much writing on was Spirits Away. But Crimson, this one actually wrote a little bit of it in the studio, and I think Frostbite, a little bit of it in the studio. But Rebirth and Spirits Away, I pretty much had done. Besides the ending solo of Rebirth, Jesse had to come in and do the solo for the end of that one. Because I got stumped and I was like, I don't know what to do at the end of the song. So, as someone who listens to the entirety of Augment regularly, these guitar tones sound so much better. I'm going to be jamming these instrumentals hard. Yeah, dude, appreciate it, man. I'm actually going to be releasing these tones through Study Sound Audio pretty soon here. I'm working on the clean tones now. I'm working on a whole preset pack that comes with all the tones, and we're going to be doing the NAM as well, all the modelers, and a couple of plugins. As much as I can get away with. But yeah, I'm going to provide as many of those tones as I can. And it's modeled directly off of the Augment tone. Misha is good, definitely worth it. I got my tone pretty much matched the P4 amp tone for its only smalls. Oh, that's awesome, dude. It helps. I have Mark's signature 7-string too. That is awesome. Tone sounds pretty good. Thank you, ToneX. This is nice. Finally able to catch a stream. Thanks, bud. I'm torn between the Nolly amp and the Fortin Nameless to pair with the Plenty amp, but think the Fortin may be already covered by Misha's amp, by having Misha's amp. I know the Fortin X, like their first plugin they ever did, is actually pretty solid. I have that one too. I might do a tone with that one for the Augment tone as well, but the Fortin Nameless X is really good. The Gojira is really good. Plenty, Misha, from what I hear, is Misha's good. And those are the ones that I pretty much stick with. The Nolly, I don't have the Nolly one, but I hear a lot of good stuff about the Nolly one. If you're searching for like rhythm tones, I'm sure it's awesome, dude. I just don't have that one. But yeah, I'm gonna pick up where I left off on this breakdown, I think. Okay. So I don't have bass here, and I don't have this very ending section done either. So I'm gonna have to like kind of play through it with my guitar to kind of figure out where each note is. Okay. Let's see. Okay, there's something that I do here with my guitar. I go. I do like a sustain there. So I gotta put that in there. Okay, so this is the process of making this MIDI not sound dumb. I gotta change the velocity layers, because obviously you're not going to hit the string the same with the same power. Before I do this, I have to move my MIDI back, because what I like to do at the end when I get all my MIDI programmed, I move it forward a little, or move it back, because the nature of MIDI, with how I sampled the guitars, I wanted all the pick attack to be in the sample. So I didn't want to sacrifice any pick attack whatsoever. So every sample is kind of, it's somewhat like slightly delayed by like like tenths of a millisecond. So that's why I move it back after I program, to make sure that pick attack and that, you know, it gets lined up directly on beat. If that makes any sense. Nerd talk, basically. See, I hate that when the tabs extend your note for no reason, because it's not supposed to do that. Okay, so maybe I did a sustain here. I think maybe we'll test it out. No. Right here's where I did the sustain. Okay, right there. Okay, that's right. And then at the end of every chug, I like to put a release noise, which is the sound your guitar makes whenever you let off a note, like our chug. That that note right there, or that sound, is vital to making it sound real. Okay. And then changing the MIDI note channels to 7 and 6, because those are 4 strings. There we go. Alright, and that one is I actually drive from Arizona to Colorado a few times a year, and Impulse Augment match the landscape perfectly. Good music always reminds me of a certain scenery playing frostbite in the snowy mountains. What's up, Franz? That's awesome, dude. Yeah, that part of the country, dude. I just remember touring for the first time, seeing that part of the country. It was just magical, dude. I couldn't believe my eyes. Like, it looked like a Bob Ross painting. And I was like, that can't be real. And then we went to the Red Rocks, and we were actually, like, climbing the rocks, and it was, gosh, it was so cool, man. You know, this sounds good when my 7-month-old fell asleep with the melodies. That's awesome. You got a 7-month-old? I got a 3-month-old right now. We just had another baby boy, and he's a 3.5, 4 months right now. He's the cutest little chunky butt. I can't believe my wife let me name our kids after guitar stuff. My firstborn son, his name is Riff, and my newborn son, his name is Cord. I don't know how I talked her into that. So we have Riff and Cord. 4. That's going to be on string 4. And that's palm muted. 6 string. 5. And then that's a slide down. Palm mute right here. That's it right there. Open 5, and then 6. That's also 6. Alright, now I gotta fix that one. Actually, I could just copy and paste that one, because it's the same exact thing. Instead of program, yeah, I'm just gonna do that. Make things move a lot quicker, snappier. Let me make sure it's the same. Yeah, it's the same. Oh, I gotta get these in here as well. Alright, so copy, paste. I gotta do the key switches for that part. Unless I already have that tabbed out. I think I already do. That's cool. I got 2 boys now. Congrats. This one is called Marcus Vick from Invent Animate. Riff and Cord is going to be a creative powerhouse in the future. Congrats on the newest baby. Mine is 1 year old. Best feeling ever. Congrats, Space. Yeah, maybe. I don't know, dude, if they're going to be involved in music one day. I'm not going to force them to do it. But if somehow they just like wander in here one day and they're like, hey, what are you doing? I like this. Then I might show them around, you know, the music stuff, the music life, but not unless they choose to. I'm not going to force them to do it. But they kind of have to at this point because we named them Riff and Chord, so. It'd be kind of weird if they became like plumbers or something. Okay, I think I've tabbed that already. Maybe. Let me go back and see. Yeah. No. I haven't. So I'm gonna have to redo that. Oh no, I have actually, but it's a lead, I believe. Let me go back and see. Okay, I think it's this part right here. No, it's not that. No, slightly different. Have to have that part. I could have swore I had that part already tabbed out. Gonna have to do it unless I'm missing something. Yeah, I think I gotta do it. Dang it. The same with my firstborn. He's 3 and will listen to Augment. I mean, they can do what they want, but I'll influence them where I can. Yeah. As a guitar, it's so satisfying to hear all the layers broken down. Nothing beats hearing something you never noticed before in an old song. I know, dude. I'm glad that I can do these streams and let you guys hear everything pretty much stripped down. There's some really cool guitar stuff going on in this song. A lot of, like I mentioned in my post on Instagram earlier today, there's a lot of dueling guitar parts. So 2 guitars, basically what I mean by that is 2 guitars doing something completely different, but they harmonize together. And like that, the main riff, it goes. So that part, the other riff is going. While both of those guitar parts are playing together, and it sounds so cool. Hold on, let me see if I can just solo out both of those guitars so you guys can hear what I'm talking about. Yeah, right here. I love stuff like that, dude. Like, I don't know. that just gets me going, dude. I prefer writing guitar parts like that. So I really hate writing where both rhythm guitars are kind of playing the same thing. Unless it's like a driving chorusy part, then it's fine. But if it's like sort of verse, like a verse in the song, I like to have both guitars kind of doing something else, and they play off of each other. That's just my favorite way to write. But yeah, back to this part that I don't want to do, but I have to. Okay, so it goes, I think it goes. It's pretty easy, but I gotta do all the articulations for it. So the first note is sustain, and then I think I palm mute. Yeah, so second note's palm muted. Didn't mean to do that. Actually, note that first note is palm muted too. So it's 2 palm mutes, and then a sustain. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Jamming it in the truck. It's so satisfying to hear opposing guitars that converge for a split second and then go back to separate riffs. That somehow worked perfect. Yeah, exactly, dude. And sometimes it's cool to like harmonize for a second and then go back to like doing something else, like both guitars doing something else. I think some of that happens in this song too, where like for a split second you'll hear like both guitars kind of harmonize together. Like I think especially on that. And then I think the harmonizing notes. No, yeah, there it is. Yeah, something like that. it better like that. Actually, I kind of liked it like that. Alright, and then I have to do the 4 strings for it. So all of those are on the 6th string. And all of those are on the 4th string, and then that's 3 open. And then that's on the 5. And that's on the 4, and that's on the 3. Okay, cool. Actually, I could just copy and paste that from the other guitar because they're both doing the same thing there. Alright. Copy paste. Ooh, I forgot to get rid of those key switches. Dang. Alright, hopefully it don't mess me up. Actually, I should probably get rid of those. Copy and paste again. Alright. Probably copy and paste that actually. Your song Meridian also has some really satisfying compositions. Thank you. Yeah, that song has a lot of this type of stuff in it as well, for sure. A lot of back and forth. Pretty much anything I write for the Artificials has that in it, man. If you really like listen and dissect some of it, it's got a lot of this type of stuff. It's just the way I like to write. I could probably copy paste this part somewhere. No, that's not it. Put some release noises at the end of those guitar parts. I could have swore this guitar part was somewhere else. There it is. Okay, now I gotta find where I was and delete it. Right here. Copy paste this. All right. Perfect. Okay, now I gotta copy and paste the very ending. The da na 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 na. Cause I already did the chorus once. Look who arrived! What's up, Kawan? Dude, have you gotten the Axe effects yet? I know you said you were gonna let me know, but I'm eager to know if you got it yet. Because, yeah. I just want you to have it, bro. Sounds so stupid because everything's at one velocity layer from the tabs. Okay, let's find the chorus. It's right here, I believe. Yep. And then grab that, and then it just repeats itself. Alright, so paste. I gotta get rid of something over here. Okay, I'll get rid of that later. Some little blip, little Midi blip right there. If Fallon has one viewer, I'm one of them. Hey, I appreciate you, man. Top tier Twitch tag. Appreciate you. No, we got some people in here tonight. We got some people. Ever since I started doing the Erra stuff, we've had some people. Had some people showing up out of the woodwork. That's cool. Hey man, if the Erra stuff is what's gonna get you guys to come watch what I'm doing, then I'm all for it. I've been trying to get you guys to watch what I'm doing for like the past 10 years. I've been here, dude. I've been creating content and just making music. So I'm glad you're finally here. Okay. It's just repeating. So. Okay, I think it repeats one more time. Yep. I think it's... something like that, the bend part. Not to be cringe, but Alpha Seed actually changed my life. It was one of my first metalcore songs I heard, so I knew to watch for interesting rhythms when I checked out new metalcore music after it. That's awesome, dude. Alpha Seed is sick. I thought you were gonna say Pulse. I hated Pulse actually. That was my least favorite Erra song from Augment. I don't know why. It just didn't hit me, man. It was fun. We played it live. Actually, we played it live a lot. I didn't like that song though. It was, to me, it was like our easiest Erra song ever. It was like really simplistic, verse chorus. It had a pretty cool breakdown in it at the end, but other than that, man, it's probably my least favorite. Those notes are supposed to ring out over each other, I think. Alright. 7. I'm gonna set up my macros later this week, man. I'm tired of having to click these buttons and change strings, where as before I had it on my old computer, I had it set up to where I could just click one button and change my MIDI note string channels or my velocities, and I hate having to right click, check over here. Oh my god, I hate that. I got a new computer recently, so all my Reaper settings didn't move over. So I have to kind of manually set up my macros again. Okay. Copy this to the bass real quick. I do have to go back and fine-tune the bass later too as well, because the bass is not playing everything the guitar is playing. Like in the very beginning of the song, there's something different that the bass is playing. That was really cool actually. I'll show you in a second. Here. Now I got to get rid of some of these notes because the bass does not play guitar chords like that. think we're almost done with this, guys. Hold on. I think that's what I played. In the intro of White Noise, when the rhythm guitar hits the first fret amid the chaotic pattern, it lines up so well with the melody. It just gives you that spark of genius feeling. Dude, that's awesome. I love hearing you guys' like interpretations of all this stuff. It's just really cool to hear, man. White Noise. We will be doing that one for Impulse whenever we get to the Impulse album of all these songs. We got one more left. We got Spirits Away, which is my favorite track. I saved the best for last because I'm just, dude, I love that song, and it's gonna sound really cool remastered or redone or whatever. So I can't wait for that one. That one's gonna be next week, and we're pretty much done with this one, I think. Let me double check everything. Actually, hold on. The other top guitar needs to be fixed. Yeah, yep, it needs to be fixed. Okay. And we are just going to copy paste the other guitar, which is just this part. Copy. I had a weird little rogue MIDI note right here for some reason. Sometimes tabs do that. Like if you're importing tabs from like Guitar Pro or something, it has like this weird little blip sometimes. Doesn't make any sense. Okay. And that one's gonna be 110, 84, 7, and 6. Alright. Alright, let me scooch my MIDI over just a hair, and then we'll listen to it again all the way through. If you guys are down, if you guys want to hear it all the way through. Not sure if you guys want to hear it again, but we're going to listen to it anyways. Are you from Texas? Only asking because of a very slight southern accent. No, I'm from Alabama. Worse.
And my wife, it doesn't help that my wife has like the thickest Southern accent you've ever heard in your life. Like if you heard her talk, you would be like, I don't know. You would think that she was from the deep backwoods of Alabama. She's got a thick one, a thick accent. But I don't know. Sometimes when we're talking to each other, her accent just rubs off on me, man. And plus, I'm from the South too. I was born and raised here in Alabama, man. So, I'm a Southern boy. Bro, one time I played a show during a tour in Friendship, Alabama. That's awesome. I've never heard of Friendship, Alabama. I should go visit and see what Friendship, Alabama is all about. We'll never forget that. Play the whole thing. Okay, we'll play the whole thing. Spirits Away is me and my Vox favorite track too. We try to write something that mimics even a fraction of the Augment record. We struggle a lot with writing though. Well, man, if you need help writing, just watch some of my streams and my YouTube stuff, man. I go over a lot of stuff that has to do with like songwriting and my approach to songwriting. So definitely check out my YouTube. I wonder what the food is like in Friendship. I don't know, dude. Maybe I need to go take a trip to Friendship and see what it's all about. All right, let's listen to the whole thing. think it sounds good, man. I gotta add those little like swelly leads in the the beginning and the end, because I think in the beginning I didn't have it here. So I gotta put it there, and I gotta put it at the end, and then there was something I noticed also with the lead, like there's like 1 or 2 leads in here that need to go in the middle instead of left right guitar. So I'll have to just dedicate one of those guitar parts as a stereo lead instead of just in the left ear. Thank you, Kawan. Appreciate it, man. Dude, this song, it's pretty much done. I think I got most of it done. I mean, the only thing I got left here is just little mixing things here and there. But we can move on to Spirits Away starting next week. Probably Monday, most likely Monday. By the way, if anybody's wondering about my stream schedule, it's gonna be Monday through Wednesday. So most likely I will stream every Monday. But if I don't stream on Monday, it's probably because I gotta like mow my grass or like work on my car or something, or do adult stuff, run some errands, because that's pretty much my only day where I can do errands. But if I have a freed up day, it's most likely going to be Mondays and Tuesdays when I'm streaming. The only reason I did Tuesday, Wednesday this week is because I had to mow my grass and fix my car this week. How do you guys decide to write in lower tunings than the other guys back then? Yeah, Impulse Augment is one of the most melodic type of music ever tuned. Even tuned super low. I don't know. We started playing in lower tunings back when we were like just a local band, man. We were always like, we started in drop B. That was our first tuning, drop B. And then after our EP, we dropped after the Andromeda EP. No, actually, you know what? Andromeda EP is in A sharp, I believe. I think. I may be mistaken, but I think it might be in A sharp. I don't know. I can't remember. But somewhere around there, we switched to A sharp. Or not A sharp. What am I talking about? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that is right. A sharp. Or drop A sharp, whatever. And then we just stuck with that, man. So I don't know. It was just something that we did early on and stuck with it. And then I guess after I left the band, they decided to go even heavier. So I think they're in like drop F now. What are they playing now? I don't know. Drop F or Z or something. Someone needs to explain to me why left-right panning with full band mixes is better. Like I need to be explained like a child why panning is essential. You talking like a stereo mix? It's just better, man. You get to like, okay, so there's a stereo field, and you always want like you're emphasizing stuff in the middle, like straight up the middle, which is mono, or you would have it just panned more in the center, which is vocals, bass, kick, and snare. And then your toms, your shells on your drum kit, which are going to be your toms, are going to be panned according. You know, I like to have mine as drummer's perspective. So left speaker will be the left side of the kit, and then right speaker will be like your floor tom, and that's how you would hear it in a mix. You know, and that's how you would hear it going from left to right. And then guitars, I hard pan left and right, so that you can hear one guitar doing something cool and the other guitar doing something cool over here. And then leads are going to be either stereo or mono. Depending on what your lead, what kind of lead you're doing. If you're doing a lead with a lot of wet effects on it, definitely stereo. But if you're doing just like a quick little transition lead, maybe a mono lead would be good. I'm trying to explain this the best I can for you, but it's just better, man. You definitely don't want to listen to a mix in mono. That's terrible. Everything's just all meshed in the middle. You don't want that. You want to be able to kind of like feel like you're in the room with the mix, you know. They play in drop E. Okay, Andromeda was in drop D, I believe. Okay, you're probably right. Could be correct there. It's great, but yeah, I can't get enough of the OG era sound. But yeah, Jesse just keeps getting better singing those high notes. Yeah, man. they're sounding really good now, dude. Their mixes are really really good. It's because they got Dan Bronstein working on them. This other project that I'm in, that the unnamed project that I told you guys about, we're actually talking about going to Dan for that mix. It's gonna be an EP. It's gonna be sick, dude. But we're probably gonna go to him for that, so it's gonna sound huge. I'm a drummer, so I understand the panning with drums, but it's hard to understand with guitar tracks and where to sit them in the mix. Oh, definitely hard pan left, hard pan right. And like I said earlier, like just if you're doing leads, if it's a quick transition lead, just have it up the middle, mono. And if it's like a very reverby with a lot of effects kind of lead, you want it to be stereo. And I like, because I have like the way I write, because I have guitar parts that are doing different things on left and right guitar. That's why I have my guitars pan hard left and right. But any producer out there is going to pan their tracks left and right for rhythm guitars anyways. You're never going to hear anybody panning mono guitars ever, really, unless it's like for an effect or something, What's the difference between a middle mono and a stereo? So mono is just another word for middle, like right, like dead center. So let me see if I can explain it to you. Okay. All right. Up here, I don't know if you can see. I don't think you can see. Let me see if I can pin this track. Nope, you can't see it. You can't see it that way either. Let me see if I can demonstrate. Okay, right here, this little pan knob right here. Or I'll do this one since you can see it. All right, see how I have it panned all the way to the right? A dead center, or mono, would be dead center. So you would just bring it center, and that would be a mono guitar. And you can see here that I have this right guitar, or this guitar track panned all the way to the right, and then this guitar track panned all the way to the left. And it just makes things sound more wide. That's the reasoning behind that. Yeah. It's one of the basics in recording, of course. But yeah, if you're wanting to learn, man, that's where I would start with guitars. Hard pan left, hard pan right, both rhythm guitars. And then down here I have my leads. See, I have this stereo lead. It's left and right, 2 channels. So that's a stereo lead. And I also have this one as a stereo lead as well. So I don't have any mono leads. Yep. All right. Well, I think that's going to be it for me tonight, guys, because we got the track done. I get that, but sometimes people are just like, yeah, throw a mono track, which I get fattens the mix, but then other people also say just throw it in stereo, and like, what does that even mean? Like, the terminology do I ultimately listen to? Just remember that mono is definitely not something you want to listen to if you have, something with 2 speakers, like left and right, like the headphones. Your mix is going to be stereo, left and right stereo. Mono is just 1 speaker, one like right up the middle. So I'll show you. You won't be able to see what I'm doing, but this is what the mix sounds like in mono. Okay, and this is what it sounds like in stereo. You can hear how everything just went straight to the middle, and then you can mainly hear like kick and snare, the most prominent in mono. And that's good. That's good. You want to hear your kick and your snare and vocals and any kind of sort of lead, dead center. But it just gives it width, man. But yeah, I appreciate you guys hanging out for the stream. I will be back Monday, and we'll start on Spirits Away. And then after that, I'm planning on trying to get some of these playthroughs done. I have an idea for it, that would be kind of cool. Because I never got to play most of these songs live with the band, and I'd like this to be something really cool that we can just all look back on and be like, "Oh, that's awesome," you know. So I might do something cool for that, for the the YouTube playthroughs for those. So think of it as like kind of like a music video, not really a music video, but more like a high quality playthrough, if you will. That's what I'm going to be doing. Okay, so mono-related mix notes are only relevant when I'm listening through something that's just one speaker, but stereo gives it a three-dimensional audio experience. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, just tune into the next stream, man, and we can talk more about this. I got to put the kids to bed and hang with the wife. Please do that, man. I want you to do your take on these songs. Literally, so many people consider Augment so important. Thank you, man. Thank you. Can't thank you guys enough. But thank you guys for hanging out. I will see